Obviously, Stephon Diggs ends up as a Houston Texan. That's a story in Houston as well as in Buffalo, because is Josh Allen going to have enough weapons to be able to keep up with Patrick Mahomes and him? Now we're seeing videos of him and Keon Coleman seemingly being an immediate peanut butter and jelly, an immediate match. There's threading of needles, there's deep balls, there's big time catches. Has that been the story of camp on the offensive side, Sal?
The Buffalo Bills have had so many chances over the last few years to break through and get to where fans have been itching for them to get to, but they just haven't been able to after some devastating playoff losses and just things that didn't go their way. Everyone thought that the Diggs trade would put this team over the top, but it didn't work out, so he is now gone. And really, the Bills just got a lot younger, and while in terms of winning the Super Bowl, they might have set themselves back a bit for this coming season, I now think the Bills will be right back to contention in just 1 or 2 years. And what they did was genius, because a lot of teams will stick things out with older players just for it to hold them back. But the Bills drafted and brought in a couple of young guys that I really like. And when you have Josh Allen under center, literally anything is possible. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about what players this team brought in, some of the positives and negatives about them, and also what you can expect this coming season. But before I begin, I would really appreciate it if you would drop a like and subscribe. It only takes 5 seconds, plus you can always change your mind. Alright, so starting off, let's see what the Bills decided to do in the NFL draft. I'm sure most of you know that they traded their pick to the Chiefs, who ended up taking Xavier Worthy. And while that move was kind of like a kick in the butt to a lot of Bills fans, we need to give the prospects they did end up selecting a chance. So with the departures of Diggs and Gabe Davis, the Bills needed a strong presence at wide receiver. Keon Coleman, a 6'4" athlete known for his contested catchability, fills this gap after being taken off the board at pick number 33. His physicality and size make him a potential primary target for Josh Allen, who could provide the quarterback with a reliable option in crucial situations. The Bills secondary suffered significant losses with the exits of Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde, so Cole Bishop, who was selected in round 2 at pick number 60, is expected to step in and help stabilize the safety position. Known for his high effort and solid tackling, Bishop brings a dependable presence to Buffalo's defensive backfield. Next up in round 3 at pick 95, we have defensive tackle Dwayne Carter out of Duke. Carter is a productive defensive tackle who excels in both run defense and pass rushing. His versatility and leadership qualities could help bolster the Bills' defensive line, making him a valuable addition to their pass rush strategy. In round 4, the Bills took Ray Davis out of Kentucky. He is a versatile running back who can contribute both on the ground and in the passing game. His ability to break long runs and catch passes out of the backfield complements Buffalo's offensive scheme, providing a dynamic option alongside James Cook. And the rest of the draft consisted of the Bills just filling any potential holes with players they think can get them by in case of injuries or even just for the future a few years from now. So with the players they selected, this is what the depth chart is looking like right now. Josh Allen is of course the captain of this team under center. To me, he's the top 3 quarterback in the league, even with less quote-unquote talent around him. In terms of the running back room, it will be James Cook and Ray Davis. I think Cook will rush for over 1,000 yards this season as the Bills try to run the ball to attack defenses more in 2024. And even Ray Davis is a guy that I think can step in every now and then to keep the pressure on the defense. Over at wide receiver, I know analysts aren't really giving this unit a chance, but when you actually look at things for how they are, it might not be as bad as what it is on paper. Because even though some of the players have not been stat sheet stuffers in years past, this will be the first season where some of these guys will get a bunch of targets, so the true colors will come out. We've already talked about Keon Coleman. I really like his upside, but the guy in front of him on the depth chart as of right now is Khalil Shaker, who had just over 600 yards last season. And with the amount of balls that will be thrown his way, he could push for that 1,000-yard season everyone is hoping for. And then Curtis Samuel is the wide receiver 3. The Ohio State product really has yet to see his career take off, but there is no better time than right now for that to happen. And one of the reasons I personally believe things aren't over for the Bills in terms of the passing attack is the tight end room. I think the guys they have really will cover up for the so-called weak wide receiver room. Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox are both above average tight ends that can work together to probably become the best duo in the league. I'm not saying either one of them will be like Travis Kelce or even Mark Andrews, but I think Josh Allen will look to them a lot, especially on late down situations. And now for the last position on offense that I need to talk about, the Bills offensive line showed improvement in 2023 under the guidance of offensive line coach Aaron Kromer. The unit excelled in both pass protection and run blocking, ranking 6th in pass block win rate and 7th in run block win rate according to ESPN metrics. Most of the key players from the 2023 season are returning, which is crucial for maintaining continuity. This includes standout performances from left tackle Deion Dawkins and right tackle Spencer Brown, who made significant strides last season. Now for the defense, let's talk about the defensive line. The Bills' D-line is set to be a force in 2024. Ed Oliver is coming off a career year with 11 sacks, 65 pressures, and 48 quarterback hurries. He is expected to lead the team in sacks again this season. Von Miller is back and healthier, which should give a significant boost to the pass rush. Alongside him, we have Greg Rousseau and AJ Epinesa, who will be key players in a heavy rotation system. The addition of free agents Big Smoot and Casey Tuhill, along with rookie Javon Solomon, adds depth and versatility to this unit. Moving on to the linebackers, Terrell Bernard has emerged as a star. He led the team in tackles last season and is expected to do so again in 2024. Matt Milano, who is recovering from a broken leg, will be another critical piece. When healthy, Milano is one of the best in the league at his position. With Bernard and Milano anchoring the middle of the field, the Bills' linebacking core should be a strength this season. Now let's talk about the secondary. Rasul Douglas is expected to lead the team in interceptions. His aggressive style of play and knack for making big plays make him a key player to watch. Christian Benford is another name to keep an eye on. He is one of the best kept secrets in the NFL and could have a breakout year. With new safeties replacing Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer, the secondary will need to step up, and Douglas and Benford are primed to do just that. Finally, let's talk about the coaching. With Bobby Babich possibly taking over the play calling duties, we could see a shift in defensive strategy. However, with Sean McDermott's influence, the core principles of the defense are likely to remain the same. So overall, I think the Bills' offense and defense are both going to be above average this year, even with the roster transformation that just happened. So they're still going to be a top 10 team in the league. It's just a matter of how fast they can figure things out chemistry-wise, because the Bills have a brutal start to the season. They do get the Cardinals week 1, but after that, they face the Dolphins, Jags, Ravens, Texans, and Jets all in a row. And honestly, just making it out alive with like a 3-3 record would be a success to me. But let me know what you guys think. Now to move on to some recent training camp news. Despite all the injuries, especially on the defensive side, the defense, specifically DB Cam Lewis, had a strong day. During a 7-on-7 period, Lewis came away with a pass breakup on a ball meant for Dalton Kincaid and followed it up with great coverage on a ball thrown towards wide receiver MVS. Lewis continued his strong practice and ended with a pass breakup at the end of the one-on-one session of practice on a ball intended to wide receiver Keon Coleman. Several other defenders stepped up on Monday morning, including corner Daquan Hardy, who had an interception. AJ Epinesa and Khair Alam both had batted passes, defensive back Kendall Williamson had a pass breakup during the one-on-one period, and Javon Solomon had a QB pressure. The offense remained consistent, with Josh Allen, along with the other QBs, finding a variety of targets. Allen connected with Coleman for positive yardage early during one of the team periods, and tight end Zach Davidson and wide receiver KJ Hamler were also involved. That's really all I have to say for this video. Thank you all so much if you made it to this point, and if you enjoyed and haven't yet, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe, because your support truly does mean the world. And also, let me know what you would like to see next, and until then, I will see you all later.